What's up, everybody? Back again, Warp Charge Gaming for our Thursday Night Talk Show, episode 64. This is a special episode. We got Tumby here from New Zealand.
Yeah, boys.
Yeah, glad to have you visiting, my friend. And then Chris, as always, and hopefully James catches us. He is on the road right now, literally driving from Chicagoland with our buddy Kevin to come to the Battle in the Warp major event going on Saturday. That's pretty much been what this week's about, not only for us, but of course, Tumby's been doing a ton of training. That's all the last, since you got here, which was Saturday. It has been a blur of 40K.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think it's been a wild ride because Tumby, I'd say in New Zealand, this may not be all the reasons. There's always time and people to play with. There's some of the biggest reasons people play games or not. But I know it's more expensive there to play GW games. There's a big import cost. And the funny thing is the man knows he's a crazy mathematician when it comes to statistics, when it comes to target priorities and outputs of volume of fire. And the entire time that I've been doing the training sesh here, it's been about feeling it out and circumstance. It's really interesting to teach somebody that knows the game in and out, knows the rules and everything about how to play, a lot of studying, but you haven't put your hands on models very much. So like deployment and moving and then the possibilities of the other armies you'll face has been the biggest, well, what if this, what if that? And we've gone through 12, 15 lists. We went, I started out, I had 2 lists prepped. And if you guys have watched the channel over the past few months, I think we got James trying to jump on. There he is, James. Yo! I don't know if he can hear us yet. He's getting situated.
Yo!
I hear you, dude. How you doing?
Hopefully there's no echo, bro.
No, I can hear you you're a little quiet, but I can hear you. See if I can up the game here.
Can you hear me better now?
A little better, yeah. Let me see if I can get your mug online here. Oh, it's still daytime where you're at.
Oh, that's the speaker?
Yeah. Country.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Damn.
All right.
We're an hour back up north, bro. You gotta come south and east. You gotta go into the darkness. We're going ceased.
Oh, man.
I'm trying to get you guys your mug on the screen here. There we go. All right, looking good in the car, Kevin, James.
Woo!
Excellent. Yeah, we're just sitting here getting started talking about the Tumby Chronicles. We got all these visitors coming from afar, and we've been talking about the training we've been doing and about the circumstances that occur in 40K. We started out
getting
with
the train run on him.
Right. Yeah, I was giving some tough love to old Tumby here. Seriously tough love. Oh, that's how you hear stuff, Tumby.
Oh,
it was
sweet.
Chris,
Yeah.
right?
Yo, what up?
Yeah. Tumby probably couldn't hear you before. There we go.
Yo, what's up, James?
How's it going, Tumby?
Yeah, good as, mate. Good.
Excellent.
Looking forward to meeting up with you, man. It's gonna be awesome.
Yes.
Hell yeah. We were talking about politics, and before that, how my list is like Viagra.
Oh, wow. It gets you up, huh?
Well, no, dude, it's like, if I get to go first, you're going to take a nice hard corn boner.
Oh.
And if I go second, it's basically like taking an Advil. That shit didn't work. No matter what, it's not going to go past 4 hours.
So you ain't got to call a doctor.
Sounds like you got some. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and then my list is like the same Viagra pill, but mine's the one that after 4 hours it won't go down. That's mine.
Oh my gosh. Sounds like you got some experience there with the old Wonder Pill. I didn't know about the Advil negating the effects there. Interesting. I hope that there's some Advil, some players with some of that for your list there, or else they're going to get smashed. I'm going to get that corn boner.
Oh, dude, I'm going to get smashed regardless, man. There's some of these lists that are on BCP I'm looking at. I lose no matter what.
Yeah, there is some. That's the exciting
Nah,
thing.
man, I'm not having that, man. I've been coached all week.
Yeah.
You got positivity, bro. You got to feel the game, man.
Yeah.
You gotta roll
Oh,
that
dude,
dice.
I'm positive.
That's
Trust me.
yeah.
I look at Chris's list and I'm like, man, no matter what, this guy's gonna lose.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh man! Yeah. It's funny. There's been some as Tumby's been training. There's been some moments where he's like, "Oh, I lose." We've been going through fast-paced games where we do turn 2 through 3 at most.
Oh, were those games?
Yeah, I guess they're games. They were all about
games
just
to
like
me.
how do you deploy, how do you counter this type of situation, and a lot of times when it looked like the writing was in the sand, there was still opportunity to come back from it. So there's been a lot of like how to come back on your back foot, how do you deal with the first 2 turns, and then how do you deal with the end game. What secondaries to choose is a huge part of competitive tournament play. And of course at the Battle in the War, yeah, get good is important. Rolling good is good. And see, I talk a lot about not getting on tilt. And if you have confidence, I have a lot of confidence in my rolls and just like moving with intention. And that can put a certain intimidation factor to your opponent. Here's the look of the flyer here with Battle in the Warp, the First Crusade, partnered with Coastal Wargaming out of Norfolk, Virginia Beach area. These guys are bringing like 30 plus tables that are literally be at the Nova Open. So it's a fantastic simulation. Even with the updated packets that Nova just came out with that are nice improvements to the missions, we're going to be incorporating. I just got all these beautiful trophies printed up. Let's see if I can show you a quick shot here. Got these sick trophies that I'm super stoked on, all 3D printed by Tabletop Alchemy, James and I's company, along partner with Battlegrounds. So looking really forward to that. And got all the mission packets printed out. So what's exciting about this episode, not only we're just going to kind of have a good time talking about these past week here, training with Tumby and Kevin and James driving down right now, but also that we've had our buddy Jason give us an amazing spreadsheet of literally, because one thing that's sweet about the Battle in the Warp, this is something we get to do by having a major event, is we made everyone submit their list ahead of time. So we have 60 plus lists right now. And our buddy Jason gave us a spreadsheet that he went through and meticulously put down every count to every unit that is inside the meta of this event. So we can see how many demons there are, players, not just the players and the factions, but literally how many of any individual demon or any individual Eldar piece or everything like that. So we're going to go out that a little bit mid-episode here. But really, the thing that again, my whole week has been helping Tumby come up with some great designs. We started out with, I had a demons list that I played it against Chris and several other people on the channel as I was trying to get it to its perfect place. The Contorted Epitome was the big sauce of that list. It was a big bloodletter bomb with scar brands. It's like half your army is all about just dropping bloodletters in. The other half is about scoring. It's a really fun list to play, but Tumby's competitive mind could not escape the feeling of defeat by the idea of it couldn't deal with flyers. It didn't really have an answer for flyers. Knights is a tough matchup. It was a big rock to people's scissors, but if they got paper, you probably lose, kind of thing, right? Yeah. And so in today's day and age, I often play a rock paper scissors type army. That's what James is doing with his corn boner list.
Corn boner list.
Yeah. You should name it Corn Boner, man.
I'm in for that.
Yeah. So there's only a few. I don't think there is any other pure corn players, bro. So congrats there.
No, dude, I'm the only one. I was looking at that breakdown that Jason made.
Yeah.
The only unit I'm using that other people are using is the Lord Discordant. Every other unit in my army, no one else even has.
I think I'm the only. Am I the only one that brought plague drones and epidemus?
I think so.
Holy shit.
For sure, probably Epidemus. I think Plague Drones probably too. Yeah, you guys both brought some unique lists, which I'm proud of. Warp Charge Gaming, it's interesting. We're representing, but also there's a lot of other crews that are coming in deep. Actually, Peace Through DACA is rolling in deep. That's from the Maryland area, I believe. This guy's also just what our buddy Connor, he's actually has his own talk show on Mondays called Next Run Gaming. And he played with Peace Through DACA at ATC. Which is, speaking of ATC, we have pretty much the whole winning team of ATC, the Wobbly Modelers or Team Battle Brothers will be at the event. So there'll be definitely some thick competition. I know third in ITC will be there. First for Astra Militarum.
David?
I believe his name's that, yeah.
Well, I meant David, he was.
Oh, I don't think David's coming up, no.
I was going to say, because I know he took best AdMech at ATC.
ATC, yeah, David couldn't make it. But yeah, it's going to be packed. It's going to be crazy. We got literally like $3,000 to give away in prize support for store giveaways, 4 random giveaways. I don't know. It's nuts. It would be like, I'd be rubbing this in if we didn't actually have 4 tickets available. So if anybody's watching and wants to jump on, it's this Saturday and you can still make it. It's going to be quite incredible. But yeah, so we went through the demon list, wasn't working, didn't take care of some solutions in the meta. So we're like, all right. So then I had the Space Wolf list, and it had Thunder Wolf Cav, and it had Woofin, and Woofin was the sauce. And the Woofin definitely took care of knights and whatnot, but it still had no solution to flyers, and the Thunder Wolf Cav were an expensive unit to get the job done as a screen. Yeah. And so then we put in all these jetpack characters. We spammed like all these jetpack characters. We even did a Blood Angel, Space Wolf, and Guard list. Like we just like went Imperium soup crazy, and we tried to have the Wolfen as our night focus, and we came up with these different solutions for the delivery system. Yeah. But it was still a problem. There was like the flyers.
We tried to stay away from the Guard. Right?
Yeah, we tried to stay away from the Guard.
We tried to stay like
a little cheesy.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit too meta hungry. But the big sauce was we finally came up with a list that was the supreme list we could come up with the Wolfen. We think it's probably one of the best Wolfen concepts we come up with everything at your disposal minus a little bit of Forge World. We went with Custodes and Wolfen. And having 9 bikes plus a shield captain and 2 units of 7 Wolfen with 2 jump pack guys to follow along with them. They were rerolling all their hits and rerolling ones to wound. They were just total beasts. We definitely, like a 7 Wolfen drop a Mortarion, 7 Wolfen drop 2 Discordants, they drop a Knight. Like it's enough to deal with a big threat you throw them into. And the Custodes were fantastic screen killers. They flew, so they just took care of flyers, no problem. They're great in combat, strength 6, deal with Demon Princes, great invulns, great armor saves, super fast, OBSEC. So the Custode bikes really filled an awesome role with the Wolfen combination. For sure. But it took a lot of finesse, you know. And Tumby's a Tau player at heart. That's where he's put the most of his study in. And it was funny because I would run the Wolfen Custode list against Tumby when he would try to come up with his Tau concepts, and I kept wrecking his Tau concepts. But he was trying to come up with something unique and bring like a Crisis Suit bomb with slick kick ion blasters. It was like 81 shots, an average of like 42 wounds on a night and a turn. But the deep strike mechanics, nothing beats the 3 Riptides, the Broadside, the Shadow Sun, and Cal Yunning twice. You know, or the option of Monka Cal Yunning.
Yeah. I really tried hard.
I know. And then Pathfinders versus marker drones. We did a ton of testing, a ton of back and forth. But I think together we really honed in a fantastic list. And after we made this list and got to see all the different options that were actually coming to the tournament, it was really cool to look at the other Tau list and see maybe potentially the pitfalls that they are falling into. We could see that maybe they might not play test it as much, or they might still be thinking, if you play inside of a vacuum and you play in just amongst your friends, you start to think that it works.
Yeah.
But when you really, because we went against Knights, we went against Flyers, we went against all kinds of stuff. Deep striking bombs, Tyranids. Yeah, we did a big meta list with Thousand Suns, Discordants, and Plague Bearers. Just so many varieties. And without that you got to have Tau Sept with the 5-up Overwatch. You got to have the drone support, and you got to have the one thing that Tumby did rope me to, because I was definitely one to go light on marker lights. He really put a good amount in there, and they can really make the list shine to go that extra level of killing that takes it over the top, you know. But overall, it's been awesome. I mean, you ran a couple games yesterday, went against Austin, has gone against Chris today, and they're in the middle of an epic fight right now.
Yeah, we're kind of in the nitty gritty. Spoiler, it looks like I think Tumby's pulling ahead, but depending on the last turn or so, I may end up pulling out a win.
Yeah,
it's an extremely tight game. It's been a great game the whole time.
It's coming down largely onto the fact that I picked progressive and you picked endgame.
Yeah. That's where I'm real curious to see how you perform in that in-game situation, because that is definitely where we need more practice, right? It's all about how to deal with the deployment, the first couple turns, and the end of the game, because in the middle you're just shooting a bunch of shit, right?
So to give you some context, the reason why we haven't had much practice in the end game is because literally I'll make a list, and then George will go get the exact list that beats that one 100%, and then go like, yep, you've lost on turn 1. Would you like to concede? I'm like, well, there's literally no point. I don't know if I can do. So yeah, I'll concede.
I definitely gave some tough love with some hard matchups. The cool thing is that like we've literally been so intensive training that it's like, no, Tumby will make me go first, or whichever's the most optimum turn order, I'll do that. And like, hey,
Tumby, let me go first if we play, bro.
No promises, mate. I'll be out of the training by then. I'll be a Jedi Master by then, mate.
That's perfect. That's how I like them. Nice and seasoned.
Yeah. Oh, I got. Somebody's got to get the Don't Be Salty shirt and get Vect. There's definitely going to be a ton of planes at the event. Let's get into the gritty. Let's pull up some of these awesome lists here. I'm going to pull a spreadsheet over to the screen here for you guys.
Speaking of Get Vect, right out the gate.
Yeah.
How many players can bring
Get Vect? Yeah, I can't recall exactly how many Drukhari players there is, because there's a lot
like
of Eldar.
I don't give a shit about it. Woo!
Yeah.
I care so much about it.
One strategy is to bring lists that don't require command points. You know, if you bring stuff that's not super reliant on your stratagems, it's a good strategy.
Oh no, you stopped my 4 pinball save. No.
Yeah, let's check it out though. So as far as what I think is hilarious is, the flyer meta, the knight meta, and the Tau bandwagon that people seem to be jumping on, and discos and Morty and Magnus.
No, hey.
Not Tubby, he's an original. He's an
Mate.
original. But we got 16 Razor Wing jet fighters coming to this bad boy. We got,
There's 3 sets of 3.
there's
16
That's more
Raven
Lord
Disco.
Discos.
Yep, and then Crimson Hunters, there's 11. So right there, we already have 27 flyers, and that's just with those two, because here's Hemlocks. There's only 3 Hemlocks. So we're at like 25 flyers right now.
I got this, man. I got this.
Funny enough, for speaking of Tau, there is, I think, 18 Riptides. Let me go through here. Tau.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, here we go. 100 shield drones. 100 shield drones.
Yeah, bro.
And that's units, right?
Yep, there's
Kill 'em
5.
all.
There's 5 Shadow
Kill 'em
Suns. I
all.
think that says that's a pretty good idea. And then let's see, 18 Riptides.
Yeah, get ripped. Get ripped, bro.
18 Riptides. That is
90.
hilarious.
How many missile broadsides?
There is only on
12
broadsides. There's only
units.
12. There's only 12, and Tumby's taking 3 of them.
That's right.
Yeah.
Was that units
12
or was that
models or 12 units of 3?
I
think
think
it's
it's models. I think it's models.
Well, because 100 drones.
Okay.
Yeah, it's models.
I didn't
Yeah, it
know
wouldn't be
if it was,
100
like,
units.
per unit.
No, but
Nah, this is models, because
No.
broadsides come in units of 1 anyways.
I think it might be units because like 100 drones. I mean, I'm taking 30 drones myself.
There's no way that between like 8 Tau players there's 100 units.
No,
of drones.
that's right.
It's
Yeah,
got to
that's
be
true.
models.
You're right.
It's got to be models.
All right.
So, and anyways, when we looked at the Tau list, that's part of the things that we thought was subpar about some of the other Tau lists is the lack of broadsides.
They're
For
really good.
instance, they are so good. Especially if you use them correctly, of course. But yeah, there's a wide list of Tau. The funny thing is, our buddy Mike, who's been featured on the channel several times, he's the only one playing Necrons. So respect to him. There is only 1 Space Wolf player.
Wait, so let's look at Necron stats real quick. with
There's
there being
like
one player.
it's all just him. So everything you see for
On
Necrons
the
is
traffic.
just him. There's also there's 2 Pure Blood Angel lists.
I
which
saw
is
that.
pretty interesting.
That's awesome.
One of them is, I think,
That's
Coy
ballsy
from
right
the Virginia Beach crowd.
It is ballsy, yeah. We gotta. I
Pure
respect.
Nurgle demons. Woo.
Yeah, respect the pure detachments there. Funny enough, you
pure.
mentioned a second ago, Kevin, about your 4-up invul on Warp Surge. And a lot of my games I've been playing recently, I've been starting to feel like Warp Surge is almost a trap of CP. Because like when you got to drop
Oh,
the
it is.
you think so? Because
It is.
I don't do it anymore.
Yeah, because me personally, whenever I do it, I always, like when I do it, I either make all of them are 5-ups and none are 4s. So I'm like,
Exactly.
this is stupid.
Exactly. You only make a very small amount, and then you end up dropping 2 CP on them again anyways, just to auto pass leadership. So it ends up being
Yeah. Honestly, my stratagem I like more is the 2-point Nurgle stratagem, like Revolting Resilient, or whatever it's called. You
Reroll
reroll
ones.
failed ones for Feel No Pains
You've done better with that.
within 6 inches of the character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that better for the 2 CP instead of the 4 binball on 1 unit.
I haven't tried that one as much. I've always thought that wouldn't be as good of a result, but I can see it working.
But also being half the CP cost, right?
No,
It's
same.
really good. When you first read it, it looks like it only like gives you the reroll ones on a character, but it's an aura from a character that you're giving them.
Within 6
Yeah.
inches, so my whole army can reroll ones for Feel No Pain.
Yeah, maybe I did, because I was only imagining it like applying to a unit, kind of like Warp Surge. Does it last longer
No,
than
it's
a
an
phase?
aura bubble.
Does it last longer than a phase? Because that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, that's way better.
It's still the
yeah.
end of your turn, I think, or whatever turn you play it.
Oh, so okay, for that round or that turn. Yeah, okay. Respect. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I just was scrolling. There's only 1 Orc player, which is interesting as
saw
well.
Yeah, I would have thought there'd be way more.
Apparently they've been
With
doing
that- with that
pretty
jump-
good in the meta
with that
lately.
jump thing?
Yeah, the jump.
There's
Yeah,
a lot of Gretchen.
Man, that's the shit.
yeah. what is
Bandwagon
it?
jump from orcs to Tau.
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate.
Get out of here, man. You get back to orcs.
But yeah, there. I guess another interesting stat is knights. I think there is 18 Crusader knights.
Lots of sets 3.
That is some
All
serious.
mouse crashed.
Oh, here we go. Oh, it's
First
16.
Juicy,
Here we go.
juicy
I got
knights.
it right here for you.
I like it.
3 Castellans.
Yep, only 3 Castellans in the new meta is what came out to play. We got 5 Gallants, so 5 close combat ones. 16 of the Crusaders though, so that'll be a trip. To be noted, we're not going to be running Chaos Knights, the new book, this weekend. It came out too close to the event.
Yes.
So
Yes.
for those that want a quick figure, that was 25 total non-baby knights.
Yeah.
3 of which are Castellans.
Yeah, that'll be a trip. That'll be a
I'm
trip.
gonna love it. I'm gonna eat these knights for dinner, breakfast, and lunch.
I didn't check too hard into how many reinforcement points these Imperium lists have, but there's only like two per assassin. I was expecting to see a lot more assassins, but I also didn't see if there's reinforcement points and it's just not printed on their list. So there might be more assassins in play than what meets the eye there. Anything you got? Oh yeah, Plague Bearers. That's funny. 266 Plague Bearers.
Oh, mate.
So obviously that's pretty good. Popular unit.
Have you ever had Nurgle soup? It's delicious, man.
Oh, okay.
You gotta try it.
All right. Favorite of the fish people, huh? And then there's 482 guardsmen. No big deal.
No big deal.
That's a pretty funny number, huh?
Yeah.
Who's bringing those?
Is that like 2 guards players?
Yeah, right.
Man, that's just one. This is one brigade right there. What are you talking about?
Pretty much. Yeah, a little weak on the draw there. We got Shadizo tuning in, man. It's great to see you, man. Chaos of Jersey, great to have you.
What up, boys?
We got Caesar jumping in. I haven't seen you before, Caesar. Great to have you. I don't know how you tuned in, but I'm glad you did. Thank you very much. And then we got our man Andrew. Andrew Simmons is going to be doing some TOing for us from Coastal Wargaming. Really appreciate that. He sent me a video of him getting the car loaded up with massive amounts of terrain. Really excited to see all this terrain and be able to collaborate. It's going to be fantastic. Showed me a shot of some Coastal Wargaming dice, reminding me we got some Warp Charge dice on the way. Looking forward to that. Got a small handful we can give away to some out-of-towners and things of that nature. And then I wish we had shirts on tap. But if you guys want any Warp Charge Gaming shirts that James designed, who is going to be here in the flesh for the first time at Battlegrounds, then you can just check that out on our website. And he's got multiple designs for all kinds of faction. It's super cool, and I really love them.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, we got this dope spreadsheet because we can see all the lists. I was really proud of our community for having such participation in the submission process. Pretty much on the dot, we had all 60 submissions in without much hair pulling. And that gave us the ability to see all this data prior, let people prepare and think. And then on Friday night, I'm really excited to get to pair everyone before they show up, and they'll get to see who they're fighting the night before. So that's exciting. And additionally, that'll be in play when you go from Saturday to Sunday to play the last 2 rounds.
That's awesome.
So that's going to be super cool. It's going to add a little bit of extra flavor because you're going to come in, your tables will already be kind of reserved for you and your opponent. Your custom objective markers, mission packets ready to go. It's going to be classy, man. If only we could drink wine and have cheese and stuff. Yeah, well, I guess I could just get like some cheese for those that do wine.
Oh, I'm sure there's gonna be plenty of cheese there, man. Don't worry about that. Man. You'll be dining.
Yeah, it will be a time to
Oh,
dine.
are you gonna do a shoey? Oh, that was the joke you were trying to make.
A shoe?
A shoey.
No, the cheese with wine joke.
Oh yeah, pretty much. That was the joke. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to pay. I was trying to pay attention to the road, so I was like, "Yeah, what?"
That's probably
wine
smart.
and cheese.
I probably executed it perfectly. Anyways, what's funny is, or what's cool, James, I got some of the latest painting you've been doing for somebody. You literally are delivering these models for Ali, our good man from Warp Charge Gaming, who's going to be playing his new Eldar list that has a Yanari detachment
These are
in it.
insane. Look at them.
This we're looking.
I already
right
threw
now.
those out the window.
Oh shit! Sorry, Ali.
Get vexed, mate.
They look gorgeous though. This Spirit Seer, cat lady, Farseer on a
We got
bike.
the Vex right here.
Oh man, they're insane.
Yeah, here's a close-up of the cat lady. This thing is gorgeous. I was real excited for James to be able to deliver this in the flesh.
That is insane.
Super gorgeous. And then I got a close-up of the Spirits here too, who I've always just loved the concept of Wraiths. I like the lore behind it. I like what they do, but they're not that effective in the game. But apparently there's some special sauce with some Yanari Supreme using a Spirits here. So looking forward to seeing that in
Love
action.
it, buddy.
Let's see. So yeah, we got some comments here. Damn, those are nice. Yeah, you got some compliments on your paint jobs there. James does a great job. If you ever like anything done by James, yeah, pretty much this is what we do, guys. We play games, we film them, and James paints a bunch of shit and does digital art. So if you want to help support us, then just holler out. We definitely appreciate
Yeah,
it.
just not for a while. 'Cause I'm pretty backed up at the moment.
Yeah, he gets pretty busy. He is only but one man. But you will be
One
sure
man.
to get an amazing job. This is the email I just sent to the chat.
When it does arrive.
Charge.gaming.com. Yeah, I spelled it. Okay. So yeah, if you ever want to get a commission or just ask a question or whatever, just holler there. We'd love for you to hit us up to want to stream a game or something too. Come out like Tumby did and visit. We met via the internet, right?
Literally.
Yeah, and you know, Tumby was telling me about how the internet says this, the internet says that. I was like, yo, bro, I have a video on the internet. So like my word is just as good. Oh man.
Yeah, it was funny because we were trying to come up with
on
like
the internet.
an original list. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, but George, you're gonna be angry at me if I go with this triple broadside list, you know? And then you're like, no, man, I was the one who created that shit.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm
I don't know
not
if it'll
with this,
echo
man.
too much. Who knows?
Yeah, it's been cool, man. But yeah, anytime Tumby steered away from my coaching and thought he had a better idea, I made sure to give him the hardest love I possibly could with a serious game wrecking.
Yeah, he was like, I'll slap.
Yeah.
Hey, has he practiced the corn boner yet?
He has
Does
gone
he know
again.
he can take it?
I've gone against it.
I think he could deal with it. I've sent him the first time when he did
That
Custodes.
bloody brass covered dong right there. Woo!
Yeah, when he did Custodes and Woofin, I played my Brass Scorpion and Lord of Skulls with the Heretic Astartes support system that's out nowadays, and I just murked the Custodes off the board. He didn't even want to bring in the Woofin. It was over. But we started the day out with we ran 2 turns, and I just basically ran the Scorpion and the Lord of Skulls right at him, and he murked them both before I ever got to him. He killed the Scorpion in Overwatch. That's how powerful that is, and he killed the Lord of Skulls in the first turn. So. That was 48 wounds of toughness 8 with 4 up invulns with Cursed Earth. So, not fucking around. He can drop some shit. Yeah.
He ain't dropping shit.
Oh, well, you guys won't fight round 1 with Warp Charge since you're, the old Best Coast pairing never matches your same
No,
ones.
we're teams, man. We're boys. Fucking team Warp Charge all the way.
James like, let me win the prize money. Fuck you, Tumby.
Nah, bro, my list, I'm coming with no prize money, bro.
Yeah.
I'm coming to get wasted.
Hey, rule of cool. Rule of cool, man. There is 2 prize supports.
I should have brought my Great Unclean One list if it's rule of cool.
Man, I think I would have had to automatically give it to a Grey Knight player probably.
Oh man.
As long as it was
Oh,
painted
shit.
well. As long as it was painted well, I'd be like, bro, they would double up because they would get last place, which is $50, and they would get rule of cool. Yep,
You stay away
Guaranteed.
from my $50.
Guaranteed money, man. I like it.
that's pretty. Hey,
That's guaranteed profit, man.
that's a strategy.
Damn, yeah.
Too bad the lists are locked in, or somebody could change the Grey Knights right now. Yeah,
Damn it.
that's what I'm saying. So if James coming out there, is there going to be a
Well,
pink
there are
slip?
4 tickets left. Someone just heard, like, hey, I'm
Oh,
buying
yeah.
a ticket to Great Knights with big cash.
That's true. Shadizo just called you
I'll
out,
pay an
James.
extra $50 if I can play Grey Knights.
There you go. Shadizo called you out though, James. He said, "Yo, so if James is coming out there, is there going to be a pink slip kill team game? Maybe not kill team, but James wants to play for pink slips.
If I do want to play for pink slips once in my life, but I do not have a kill team. George
What?
has my kill team.
That's right, man. We got you right here, brother. There's a whole kill team
Yeah.
caboodles over here.
Yeah.
And you could just give him George's models, no worries.
Yeah. I am not letting James play with my models for fucking, not in kill team. I mean, I'd probably bet on James with a pink slip with a 40K army, even though that's way more expensive. But I do not trust James with kill team.
Wow. Hey, wow. Demons are getting dropped in White Dwarf on Friday.
Yeah, maybe if we gave
Hey,
you a
man, pink
berserker
slips
kill
and
team.
Apocalypse.
That's news, by
Yeah,
the way.
Apoc. If we gave James a berserker kill team, then that'd be pretty sweet.
That'd be sick.
Yo. Oh, you know what else is super sweet? Speaking of kill team, guys, Warcry. I got the book right here. Yo, this isn't even out yet till like August something, but we got our store copy here at Battlegrounds. I got to bust it open, look at what's inside. James, I need you, man. I got a huge box of bits
man.
that
It's so many bits.
it's a lot to do. We got to figure something out, some sort of Chaos Knight trade or something, man. Yeah. Yeah, it's a big box. You'll see it when you get here. But man, I want to play Warcry. Really stoked to be covering this on the channel. if we were so talented to have all this stuff ready to be playable by the time it's released, it would be great content for the channel. I can't wait to cover it though. It's going to be way, way fun. And then Apocalypse is the freshness. We got demons coming to Kill Team. We got the Inquisitor coming to Kill Team. And then we got freaking Apocalypse is out and live, and that's some content that I've been waiting to show you guys. Chris and I played a very large game that has yet to be edited because way too long for you to actually be able to watch in a reasonable amount of time.
Listen, man, people have a whole day to just watch stuff, okay?
That's fair. It was one epic ass battle. Look at that, Tommy. Huge, huge. Here's a look at the look at that Reaver Titan.
That's
staring
all
over.
one.
Yeah, that was my army.
Holy shit!
Here's both of our armies next to each other.
This is your army.
Yeah. That was all of Chris's Tyranids. Well, not all. Excuse me.
Good chunk of them.
Yeah, good chunk though. We were at about.
You have bull points in that?
Yeah.
I have. Yeah, we didn't have a Harridan on the board yet. I counted up 30,000 points in Chaos. So I don't know if Chris has 30,000, but
It's hard to say because every edition that comes by, I feel like the inflation makes my army a little smaller. Because, I think points get adjusted a little weirdly. I know for a fact in 7th, I could break 40,000 points. So I'm not surprised.
Bro, they're
if I
lowering
break
all the point costs and upping the model costs. They just want to make more money.
Yeah, exactly.
there's certainly some money involved in there. Yo, we got to give a shout out to Chicken Bone once again, supporting us, man, with your $1. I really appreciate that,
Jay,
brother.
brother.
Thank you for the bones
Chicken
there.
bone!
Always hooking us up, man.
Yeah.
Take
Chicken bone's the
$2
man.
and
Yeah.
buy a chicken bone with
Thank
that.
you, dog. He's like, yo, Pink Slips is my idea. Sup, party people. It's good to see you, man. And then this Saturday, I'm playing in a 40-person RTT. That's a nice attendance level there, Shadiza. I'm glad your community's going strong.
Dude, that's a wonderful RTT size.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, honestly, that is GT size. All you have to do is make it a 5-round event, and you become GT status, which is great when you're talking about ITC points.
Boom, get in there, man.
Dude, I really want to do an Iron Man event.
Oh yeah, 5 games one day.
5 games one day, bro.
Yeah.
That
You know
sounds
what I kind of
brutal.
would enjoy doing, even though this would be really brutal. But let's say you do those 5 rounds, but it's single elimination.
Ooh, I dig it.
That'd be a trip. Like your day could be quick, it could be long. You got one
More
chance.
time to drink.
Every chance. More time to drink, indeed. What do you think about that? Nobody ever does the single elimination, but it seems like it'd be pretty intense.
I've got an interesting idea.
Big
It would
highs,
be hard to get
big
people
lows.
to shuck out the prize money for it.
Yeah.
But I think that could be really dope.
You should test out the waters, make it like a
$10 buy-in?
Yeah, $10 buy-in.
Yeah.
Do something like that. Test the waters like that.
It does often. They do that. Don't they do that at Adepticon with top 16? It becomes single elimination once you're top 16.
Yeah, it's top 16, but
Yeah, that's
you're already
respect.
talking about day 2.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
No, I'd be nuts from one game to the next for sure. But yeah, that's intense.
Oh, dude, the pressure would be real. Finish him.
Yeah, you would hate messing up in there. There's no forgiveness there. What's wild is
Oh,
apparently.
dude, just imagine 2 top players getting matched up game 1.
Oh yeah, and it's like all about who goes first and all that business, and then all of a sudden, it's you didn't go first. That's the end of the tournament for you. Should have built a more resistant longevity. One thing interesting about the Kill Team Nova GT is that they're going to be. I've never been in a Kill Team event like this before. They're going to be doing best 2 out of 3. With Kill Team, so that's going to make it a lot longer match process. That'll be interesting. Plus, the whole command roster sideboard concept gives a lot more versatility in what you would bring on the second
What are
time
they
around.
playing with that? Are they playing elites? Are they playing commanders? Are they playing both?
Nova is Kill Team elites at 100 points,
Okay.
which is really interesting. It's intermixed. It's totally random whether you're on arena boards or not. And yeah, all the rules that are inside of elites, but only at 100, which is really interesting because it seems like it gives custodes a big benefit. Because some of the kind of balancing factor is that a standard elite game is 125 points, and they can only make a 100-point team at max.
Yeah.
So that extra 25 points is kind of the balancing factor that other armies can take.
Yeah, normally they have to play at a 25-point deficit, basically.
Exactly, and now they won't. So I'm actually considering.
and that's a
Custode
big deal when you're only talking about 100 points as it is.
Exactly.
Like, geesh,
Yeah.
that's a big boost. Sure.
I'm considering it pretty heavily myself, just because of that. Even though I've also been kind of part of me is like, maybe instead of that, because I think that's going to be a common thread and people really like playing custodes, maybe I should bring something that's just dedicated at killing custodes. and just make my whole plan to kill Custodes. And that could be
In the
fun.
spot you play Necrons all day long.
Yeah, geez.
Now you play those Nurgle Plague
I feel
Spear
like I'm
things, or whatever they're
watching-
fucking called.
Unrelated. I feel like I'm watching
Foul-
it turn to nighttime
yeah,
on James's
Yeah,
screen.
yeah.
The
Yeah.
Foul Blight Spawn, those things are perfect for killing Custodes.
Yeah, fair. I think Foul Blight Spawn, though, is only Commander and Kill Team. So you wouldn't get to use it on a regular level. But still, that is a
I
nasty...
mean, it's only an elite choice.
I think but they made him a commander. Some elite choices they did make commanders because they're so powerful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't
that
play
fla-
Kill Team, so I just thought it was just elites.
Oh yeah, that flamer is out of control in Kill Team. No doubt.
What's the flamer?
It's a 3 damage flamer.
On what?
It's a
Strength
9,
2d6 minus 3.
and it's 9 inches versus 8,
Oh.
if I recall.
And then you make them like your demolition specialists, make it even further,
That's crazy.
ruin some people.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I never even thought about that, Chicken Bone. He just made a great point about how when Custodes are 25 points down, every 10 points less that you are in Kill Team than your opponent, you gain an extra command point. And I was never even thinking that their 25 point deficit gives them 2 free command points at the start of the game. That's true. I've never even done that yet when I played with them. Now you wouldn't get to do that in Nova.
Yeah.
But that's
They're
still
ahead of your points.
so that's kind of like a
balancing
a
factor.
balancing factor back, negative to their favor. I think it's a rule that people often overlook. So good call out there, Chicken Bone. Appreciate it, bro. I'd throw you $2 back just for giving me good thoughts there.
Oh, throw him a bone.
I wish I could throw bones to people. You know, I really wish I need flags, man. I need a foghorn, I need a whistle, and I want flags. I really want to blow a whistle and throw flags at people.
I really want you to wear a light up vest.
Yeah, and I need a light up vest.
I
Damn
just
it.
want you to be easy to find if I need you.
Yeah, I'm running out of time, man. I can't get. I just don't have time to find all these things. Even just I like, you know what I'm saying. I wanted some foghorns. Maybe I
sick.
get some samples or something.
sick.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, it'd be,
Like a mounted turntable.
dude, you know, we should actually, speaking of the classy and the wine and stuff, what if we had like somebody playing some flamenco guitar, a little jazz band,
Yeah,
right?
man.
Yeah, next year, guys. Next battle in the warp, the
Mix that
second
in with some Viagra and
crusade.
let's have a
Yeah.
party.
The
Yeah.
terrain's gonna happen. We'll get music next time.
Yeah, we got the terrain, live flamenco player next time. It's getting dark where you guys are at. How many hours are you into the trip? I hope it's money.
10 and a half hours left.
We have 10
Oh,
and a half
God.
hours out of a 14-hour trip.
Oof.
No worries, you're making good time. That
We should be there at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Is that what's
8
up?
o'clock in the morning.
I'm gonna be
Oh, you're
hella.
driving straight overnight?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yo, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
I'm gonna be way asleep, man.
I like how they're all fucking blinking at once.
You're going to have to wake up.
8 in the morning, dog. You guys, damn it.
Do you guys even game? Like, I mean, do you know what time gamers wake up, bro?
All right, so yo, I'm leaving my back door
We're
open.
driving 14 hours fucking straight. Wake up 8 in the morning.
We're not
Oh, my
Hey,
God.
don't even come with me at that tone, man.
Yeah.
I came from all the way from New Zealand, a 25-hour plane ride.
That's fair.
Don't even.
You probably
give me-
slept the whole way too.
You don't have to drive with a bunch of fucking idiots next to you.
That's fair.
That is true. That is true.
But yo, I do have to work a shift at the counter at Battlegrounds tomorrow from like noon to 5, so I am gonna be asleep, and I'm gonna leave my back door open for you. I'm glad we had this conversation.
That's what she said.
Corn sneaking in your back door.
All right, back to corn. You can take your corn boner and show up right up through my back door there. It's gonna be.
Dude, no. I have to please around the mouth first.
Oh my god.
That's true. That's fair.
And we are not at episode 69 yet. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
keep
yeah.
it chill. Let's keep it chill. All right.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
not doing any work, bro.
Tom will take care of you.
I'm just putting it around the mouth and going right into the back door.
Okay.
Or
that's-
through the mouth, out the back door.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I
I
mean, it's pretty racist.
I shouldn't have started this.
Wow. I know 8 a.m. is gonna roll around and my dog's gonna be barking its ass off and they're gonna be bah 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 coming in the door with all their shit.
Oh, God.
All right, it's fine. It's good.
Dude,
It's
we
good.
need
It's good.
GPS Battlegrounds, dude. Our goal is to go straight to Battlegrounds.
Yeah, we didn't open
Just
till
fucking
noon.
game immediately.
All right.
But dude, we're gonna open it ahead of time.
I like that attitude, man. That is awesome.
All right. Well, I'll see you at the Battlegrounds
That's
parking
what I'm
lot at
saying. We're
11
taking
o'clock.
fun seriously.
Doors and walls will not stop them.
Taking fun Seriously.
All right, I'm pretty James. If you didn't have my address already, I wouldn't send it to you yet. I would only send you Battlegrounds address. Because I'll see you here I'll see you here at 11, bro. I've drank so much caffeine. There's no way I can go to sleep. There's no way I can go to sleep. 8 a.m. I'm terrified.
You'll be all right.
It's a big day.
Hey man, I'll just follow you to your house after work.
That's fair. That's fair. I guess I'm just a little intimidated with lack of sleep because I have a fuck ton of work still to do, man.
Make sure he doesn't get the sleep.
For being for our first major event and being kind of a one-man show when it comes to the prep of everything, I've been getting tons of emails of like this or that stuff that's already been in the pack, dropping people, putting people in, getting all the packets ready, getting trophies printed, painting them up, and sitting. We got 32 sables to set up Friday, and I got to work a shift in the morning before we're back the very next day. So definitely have a fuck ton of work to do tomorrow and a lot to set up for. But I'm really excited to. But I'm gonna need a little bit of beauty rest. So just a heads up. 8 a.m. though. Your back door's open for you. Then that is, hey all, I worked, let's see what Big Queet says. Hey all, he's at work, so can't tune in too much now. We'll catch you later. Good luck in the tournament. Thank you, brother. Appreciate
you very much, brother.
Yeah. There you go. Mike, go to Mike's house, man. Mike says he'll do an 8 a.m. game with you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Mike lives like 5 minutes from Battleground.
That's true.
Mike,
all right.
You are the
Hey, Mike,
man.
are we doing shots?
Yeah, okay.
Are we doing shots? That's all I need to know.
8
Are
a.m.
we doing
shots.
shots?
You're only 5 minutes away, so I think you could totally do shots. I'll come pick you up at Mike's house, so get as drunk as you want. And we'll see you guys at Mike's house about 11 o'clock. So get your game done by then. Good stuff, Mike. Yeah, he's going to be up at 8. Yeah. All right, guys. Mike, shoot a Facebook to your address. That's where James and them are going. This is great. This is great. We mean tell me to get to sleep.
No.
These guys get to the party.
We're still showing up at George's house, waking him up, then going to Mike's, doing shots.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man. Lock that back door, mate. Lock
Yeah, we're
that
going to do that.
Then go,
Fucking clinch that shit tight, mate.
Oh, man.
tell me, why aren't you making him do shoeies, bro? You should be making George do shoeies.
Oh,
Don't
my
worry, man.
God.
When I wake up, I'll start making him do shoeies. But I ain't waking up before fucking 11.
Mike says he's not sleeping. He's gonna already be drunk when he gets there, so it should be fine.
Fuck yeah.
Yep. Mike's in just like a robe, and he's just like, yeah, let's go, boys. Sun's coming up. Perfect time for some 40K. I can see it all now. It's gonna be a beautiful
It'll
weekend.
at least be more fun than you, George.
That's right. That's right.
Hell yeah.
All you're offering is the back door.
I'm all getting real with it. Hey, somebody's got to be responsible to hold all this shindig together, right?
No.
Dude, it will hold itself together.
I'm not gonna count on that. I'm not gonna count on that. Really not.
Are you gonna do some maths and put it together properly, like
Hell no.
strategically and
No.
logically?
I'm gonna feel it out.
Feel it out.
I think you should do some math to put it together. I'm like, what?
Yeah, some
Company's
math
on
would
my
help
side,
me.
bro.
I bet if I had some
I got
math,
I got that real shit from New Zealand. Don't worry.
I probably could get way more methodical for sure. Yeah. For sure. Well, I hope you guys are drinking lots of
Hey, it's
caffeine
dark
and stuff. It is dark. Are you drinking caffeine?
We crossed the time zone, bro.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay.
Or
I do hope you're not going on the Ohio Turnpike, Satan's Turnpike. Are you taking? Oh, can't.
I don't know. We went the south direction. We didn't.
you're probably right.
That's
though.
good then. Yeah.
We did not want to go through DC during rush hour traffic.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Very
You'll
good.
be all right.
Yeah.
You'll probably pass DC by that point.
As long as I
We'd
mean,
rather
just,
go through West Virginia.
DC's better than Ohio. I'll tell you that. Goddamn
Those
Satan's
monsters.
butthole, man. Yeah.
Man, I reckon if it takes them an extra 4 hours to get in, it's not a problem, man.
Yeah, because then we'll be
'Cause
right
8 plus 4 is-
at noon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go, boys.
Woo.
Go the long way.
Oh, good shit.
Nah. You guys aren't
man.
sleeping the entire time I'm there.
Oh my gosh.
Because the back door's open, right?
Yep.
Back door is open. Range and bonus.
And ready to go. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I did tell my wife it's
already
gonna be a
told
pretty
everybody.
hardcore weekend.
Yeah, is she involved as well? What's
No.
the-
She's going out of town.
Oh,
She's going out of
okay,
town,
okay.
obviously.
Let the fun begin then.
Whoa, Tumby. Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Everybody
Chris,
take
did you
it
make
easy.
your portable glory hole?
Oh my God, this is just really just sending quick,
We are
guys.
serving up George's hospitality on what's it called? The Clouster?
Oh my God.
Chris was the portable glory hole.
Oh my
You
God.
at least had it covered. At least like a ghost sheet.
So, as
Dude,
you
no
guys
joke. I
heard,
saw you on a battle report. You were wearing that white tank top and your hair was pulled back. I'm like, God damn, that chick looks hot. Hey, we've had many YouTube comments asking if it's a girl or not.
And however we get those viewed hours, I'm okay with it.
this talk show is descending very quickly, guys.
Dude, we,
All right, let's get back to business.
this
please.
is what-
Let's fucking get back to business.
This is what happens
you
when
have
we
a New
get
Zealander next to you, and we're in the road. We're on the road, bro.
five people on a combo, all with different perspectives and different time periods and shit. It's all crazy and shit. We're just really excited. The Battle of the Warp is this weekend. It is going to be fantastic, and I just cannot wait. I really can't wait to get all these tables set up and have that done. Really, just because I want to see it, and two, because I want it to be complete. I'm ready to just enjoy myself, see all my friends, and play some games and have some serious battles. The competition is thick.
Do we want to get some guys out here to help us out?
And yeah, we're definitely gonna party. Indeed, yeah. Parties is good. Definitely plan a party. But yeah,
Just like James's house at Adepticon. Holy shit. Yeah.
he said Johnny Hot Sauce shouted out. He said he can't wait to play the Battle in the Warp. We're excited to have you, Johnny. What are you gonna play, Johnny? I don't know where your list is right now, but are you one of the 18 Crusader Knights or one of the 18 Razor Wing Jet bikes or whatever the Flyers?
There's one of our weird Tyrannid list, maybe?
Yeah, there's only one Magnus and Morty. I think Josh Kinder from the Wobbly Modeler is going to play that.
I saw that.
Yeah, but only one Mortarion. I was really surprised by that. That's been a pretty commonplace model in many
Didn't
tournaments.
Hagen have that too?
I don't think Hagen has Mortarion.
Okay.
I would have thought he was, but at least maybe the other guy's taking Magnus and only Hagen's taking Morty. There's only one Morty in the
Rick
event.
And Morty. Maybe, yeah, I guess so.
I mean, that's what it was on the spreadsheet anyways. A human made it, so things can go wrong. Oh, Johnny's playing Admech. Very nice.
Aha.
Oh, wow. Mike says entire fridge is beer. That's a good thing. I think the Johnny part of my name should be help ID, which list is mine. I think the Johnny part of my name. Oh, right. Yes, I agree, Johnny. I do think so that you're right. I do not have all the list in front of me right at this moment, though. But Admech is definitely is very cool. I don't think we have a ton of Admech players.
We don't.
There's a lot of Imperium soups though, and several people inserted them in some fashion. So that'll be neat.
Boo! Non-pure.
Yeah, shit. You are a mixed house up technically.
Man, I wish I could have done my assassin summoning list. Man, that would have been crazy.
Why didn't you? Because of what kept you from it?
FAQs. No,
I think that's John Lippens.
John Lippens. Gotcha. I didn't hear Kevin on the why.
Vanguard was okay, so my list was basically 3 Vanguards. One of them was a Fallen detachment. It was 2 Sorcerers and 3 units of 5 with Stormbolters. And I took that Vigilance Ablaze one. And then I had 2 other Vanguards with 6 Assassins in each. It was 3 Vindicators, 3 Eversors, 3 Calidus, and 2 Calixus.
That's
nutty. And then I had like 700 or 800 points of summoning.
That's nutty.
Because the Sorcerers of Fallen had the Chaos keyword where they could summon.
Wow, that is nutty.
I know, and that list went undefeated at a fucking RTT. I played 6. Dude, it was fucking amazing. Yeah, but the FAQ made it where you can't do that no more. Yeah, because the Fallen Sorcerer lost the Imperial keyword, which is it's fucking
It was
pointless.
like the Cypher, like Dark Angels kind of situation.
Oh, wow.
They FAQ the Imperium word out of it.
Wow.
So it literally defeats the purpose of Fallen. So if you take Fallen in that detachment, they lose the Imperium keyword. So it's literally, you lose the point of it. But if you still take them in a regular Vanguard without the detachment bonus, they still keep the Imperium keyword.
Yeah, what a trip.
So, but then I can't summon demons anymore because Cypher has the No One's Puppet.
Gotcha. Yeah, what a trip. Okay, well that list sounded really wild.
I was just bummed out, but I Yeah, I was bummed out, but I knew it wasn't going to last because that was just
Yeah.
wonky as shit.
Yeah. Do you think, do you guys think that the Eldar flyer spam thing, like, right, me personally, when I go to a tournament or just in general, even hosting one, my favorite thing is to see the most common units get wrecked.
Yeah.
I want to see Knights get trashed.
Fuck
I want to see Eldar flyers get trashed. And anybody that's not a true Tau player and is just a bandwagoner, I want to see you get trashed.
Yeah.
And
And then
shit.
those Nurglings, the Nurglings, I only see those Nurglings get fucking wrecked.
yeah, you don't like Nurglings.
Fuck.
James, question for you.
Plague Bearers.
This got presented to me last night, and we've talked about this before, and it's a varying opinions, and it comes down to just integrity and having good ethic in a game when it comes to honor. There's been a lot of talk between Tumby and I about
Ethics.
ethics and competitive.
My man.
The
My man.
competition versus like taking the high road. For instance, with Nurgling, whenever if something shoots you with a D3 damage weapon, and it rolls a 1, do you get to take your disgustingly resilient?
No.
Multi-damage weapon.
Because on his damage characteristic profile, it's D3,
Yeah.
right? He was arguing that when
Yep,
you,
it's multi-damage.
he said that his damage characteristic is random, and when you roll a 1, it's a 1.
But you see,
No, if it was 1, it would be 1.
is the wording
That's-
multi-damage?
I 100% agree,
It is
James.
a multi-damage weapon.
That's what I said over and over again. But he's like, well, what happens when it rolls a 1? It's how much damage is it? It's 1. And I'm like, yeah, but it
does
came from
0.5 2 times.
yeah, it's D3 damage profile.
The damage is not 1 on the characteristic. That's
Right.
how I'm ruling it. I play like like it says like damage characteristic of 1. If it says damage D3, it's not a 1. So
It's-
no matter, even if you do roll the 1,
Yeah.
it's still not a 1.
Yeah, I think it's bullshit.
Yep.
I totally agree.
Okay.
I
What would the ruling
Honestly,
be?
you're the TO. You're calling it because it's
You're
not an
God.
FAQ. You can say go fuck yourself, and you don't get feel no pain.
yeah, I know I can.
You're the TO. You can say yes or
I
no.
know I can, but I don't like it when answers are undefined, and I will whenever I think if I can't declare it, then I'm going to either make players roll off.
Tell them that you let me decide and that I ruled whatever you were going to say.
Shit. I don't play it that way, and I play Nurglings, and I don't do it that way because even if it is a question, it's a question that's not answered. And the moment when it's open to interpretation, the right thing to do is take the path that is least effective to yourself and benefits your opponent.
Hey, your ruling doesn't count if you start up by saying it doesn't say I can't.
Yeah, I know. People get away with that all the time, man. I mean, just like the best one is the best example is the latest Tau supporting fire for the greater good. You know, people were running for the greater good where when you charge, they would sequentially, as they saw fit, would say this one supporting fires. If it didn't kill the thing, then supporting fire this one. And it was
to declare all
it
your-
was obvious that it was intended to declare it all at once.
Yeah.
But because it didn't say it,
Yeah, I
they
think
would
that's
do it.
bullshit.
It was so bullshit, and it made me mad. Anybody that did it, because it's just poor integrity. It lacks honor, and if you win that way, especially when it gets FAQ'd later, to say how it should have been intended, you just look like a bigger dick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
George.
Yeah.
What about the smoke launcher one?
Oh, that like
Do you know the
it
deal with the
doesn't-
smoke launcher?
It doesn't say what shooting phase, so I can launch my smoke launchers in your shooting phase too.
but you see,
Yeah.
like, what I don't get right is like, how are you supposed to know what
That's
was
like
intended?
definition dickish right there.
You don't.
What'd you say?
I'm
Yeah,
just curious.
Yeah,
like,
that's like definition dickish.
Yeah, I agree. What are you saying, Tommy?
I mean, like, I basically just, who gets to say what the rule was intended to, though? Do you get what I mean? Like,
oh, totally.
like, because, like, you know, you could say, oh, I think it's intended this, but then I say, oh, well, I think it was intended that. Like, why is it dickish if you take something like that seems...
Well, where it becomes dickish is when
Yeah.
you try to slide under the radar. It's one deal when you're like, hey, opponent, I have this rule that I'm not sure on. Do you have any argument any other way? Oh, you don't know and I don't know? Okay, let's get the TO. And then the TO is the final decision.
Oh, yeah.
But the moment, and that's fine. And that's like, you can totally have rules that are open to interpretation. If your opponent agrees, cool, and you play it that way. But otherwise, you call the judge over and the judge makes the call. But if you just...
Asking that for like letting the summoning if you don't have a mark.
some people play
Was
very...
that be like open interpretation?
I couldn't hear you all the way, man.
So what Kevin is bringing up is one that's open for interpretation. It is summoning with marks and unmarks. So if you have a mark, you only can summon the god that you're marked.
But if you're unmarked, the way it reads is you need to declare what god and then roll. And
Yeah.
some people feel that if you're unmarked, you can't declare any god. It just says like you couldn't mark.
I haven't studied it close enough to argue that, but I felt pretty comfortable for a long time. If you're unmarked, you can grab whatever.
Doesn't say
Yeah,
can't.
okay, because people were like arguing with me too. I'm like, I see your point, but like if you read it a certain way, so even if you're unmarked, unless if you're whatever, you have to pick what you are, and if you don't, you say I'm going to declare this, this, or that. So I was trying to say, it says I can declare which one it is since I'm not marked. But then he was saying, oh, if you're a corn one, you only get some of them. I'm like, wait, that's dumb then. So either way, that's how I pulled well, not pulled it, but I asked the TO at the time, like, hey, what's your ruling on this? If it's a no-go, I'll be fine. Because at that point, I just lost out on like 800 points of stuff. I'm like, okay, I'll play with just assassins. But yeah, but he agreed with it. He was cool with it. And I was like, oh, sweet, I actually get to play now.
Yeah.
The way I view these kind of rulings is in the main rule book. It says the most important rule is to have fun. So when you're viewing the rules and the way they're intended, if they give like an instant feel badsies, I don't think that's the way the rule's intended, and that's the way I interpret it.
But isn't it whoever has?
Because the main rule of the book is to have fun.
Yeah, like what you were saying too. Like if it's two things, I always take the worst result for me because that's probably what it is, no matter what.
That's the way.
Sometimes it rules in your favor, and that's fantastic.
Yeah. That's the safest way. It's when you surprise somebody. But and this brings up too a lot of talking to Tumby here. I've been talking about declaring your intention as you play. We just saw at the ATC, there was on the ITC tournament organizer Facebook thread about how the guy took a Lord Discordant and there was like some Necrons on a second floor of a building. And he took his base and put it at a cattywampus there and leaned it up on the ledge. So like he's down here, the ledge is up here, and he put his base like this.
The base became like the hypotenuse to a triangle.
Right. So he's like, he has one edge of his base touching the ground, and his other base is leaning against this ledge of this floor. And like Lord
that's bullshit right there.
Really? Because I'd call it good.
Really?
Yeah.
Like it's like the terrain is naturally like a hill. Like if you actually put it on the side and that base is technically an inch away. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, it's a
like if it's like a sloped hill and you're putting on the slope.
This was like literally an L-shaped building. It's like an L building with a second floor. And the player was believing that he could not be charged, is what it looks like. And he leans his base up on the building, even though you can't climb multi-levels, and because he could get his base within an inch, it was good. There's not really clear rules written about whether you can flip your model upside down, put it on its side, or any of that bullshit.
Okay, I haven't read this or seen this, but my opinion is that is good. Because the wobbly model rule and just having it within an inch, and the fact that it's on the bottom floor still and it's not falling over, I would count it as good. You're playing on a three-dimensional field, you're still touching the bottom. Who's to say that the rubble is the bottom floor and it's touching to the top or the second floor?
Yeah,
like,
and
it's all an interpretation.
I can agree with that, James, and that's where the feels baddie can come from, is because the player that moved to that second floor
did it because
they should have declared that you cannot touch me here. Is that agreed before moving on into the turn? It's very important when you're doing something that you're doing to negate your opponent from doing something themselves. You want to declare and have them agree during that very moment, right? So like if you're trying to say that, all right, so I'm putting all of my second line, my second screen is 3 inches from the front inch of my base, over 3 inches. So there's no way that you can pile in or consolidate to my unit behind it if you hit my screen. Do you agree? I agree. Like, there's all kinds of instances like, okay, I'm moving here.
Yeah.
I've pre-measured to say there's no way you can get in line of sight of this model. Do you agree? You want to always do that shit, or else they're going to catch you in the moment it becomes an argument.
Yeah.
Right. So that moment
games, you want to declare your intentions.
Yeah,
100%.
So that moment could have been avoided.
But when it comes to crates and hills and stuff, ITC has ruled all of crates as like hills, so that even though you're not on the level that they are on the crate, you can go up to the crate and still get into combat with them. Because that whole like I'm on the higher ground and you can't attack me creates field badsies in their own.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can respect that. It was just obviously that was a gotcha surprise move, and I just hate that shit. But it's also an experience for the other player that got surprised that they should, watch themselves.
Yeah, because I think a big ass model like a Lord Discordant should be able to get to the second floor if it can touch them. And unfortunately, it's not like 7th edition where it's model to model, it's base to base.
Yeah.
So I mean, if there's rubble where I can lean it, I'm gonna take that advantage. I would have done the same thing in the game.
Okay.
And I'm normally a
But to be fair,
person
the
that kind
wolf
of gives
knows
it to the
rubble.
player. But the thing is man, like you're trying to hide from me, and you got yourself too close where I can prop myself. I'm taking it. You should have went another floor higher.
Yeah, and if anything, like I would appreciate GW like kind of rectifying the whole model on its side or model upside down. I can be cool with them saying it doesn't have to be flat. In fact, I'd prefer them to just say that out in words like, yes, you can do 45-degree angles or whatever, but just put it into some sort of actual written form that we can follow versus this guesswork and surprise shit.
Yeah, one point I want to make on all that is like, so my I guess opinion on all of this is like, was originally like, if you're playing a competitive game or if you're competitive in any manner, you should be doing everything you can to maximize your potential to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so like you should be pushing every
I
rule
agree.
to the absolute limit. If it's a competitive game, right? Or a competitive thing. However, what I'm sort of gathering from this conversation, which is really, really key, I think, is that the fact that like this game is so complex, and the fact is like the game creators haven't tested everything to the max. You know what I mean? And so if that is and we all sort of know that. So then I think it's up to the community playing the game to sort of, I guess, regulate or just, I don't know,
Dictate the social contract.
at least negotiate and I think that's why your solution is really perfect, because like it's like, yo, I'm gonna do this, so you can't do that. Do you agree? Yep, sweet. I agree. Yep, good. Okay, now those are our rules that we're agreeing for this game. You know what I mean? Because like, yeah, there's just so many things that you just can't.
I mean, just the
nail
terrain
down.
alone. I mean, even when the terrain is placed in the same location and it has a ruling for how it operates, there's still a lot of abstract stuff that goes down with, like, is this a bottom floor of something? Is that a window or is it not a window? Can I see through this little, like sometimes a ruin like has a little jagged piece at the other side and your models stick above it, or like a tall model. Can it see through the second floor, or do you always play true line of sight? Does everything count as windows, or is it only if you see a window? Or like the tops of the L shapes, how they're sometimes really thin, and they're like you can balance your models up there. So like what models can go up there, what models can't. It gets a little crazy sometimes, and a lot of it is just a social contract and good behaviors, good habits, good etiquette by players having a conversation about what their intentions are throughout each game. Even when it seems obvious, it's good to talk it out.
Yeah.
But that's a little bit of prep and thought for.
I can definitely. I was gonna say I can definitely agree with those statements, especially what Tumby was saying about being super competitive and trying to win and find every little edge. And that's why we call them whack players, win at all costs. Is like you have that player, but that's what their enjoyment is, and they should play that way because that's what they get out of the game. For me, I like the social contract of having fun and playing a game. Like this is my aversion to like going and playing golf. Yeah. So like for me, it's just I'm there to have fun, but I'm still want to win. Yeah. I still want to laugh while you're rolling shitty. Like, don't get me wrong, but I still want it to be most fun for both of us. So if you're a whack player and that's the way you like to play, I'm going to try to adapt my style, but I'm hoping that it's not going to take from my fun also.
Yeah.
Like, I've played some extremely competitive people, and I've still had great games with them. And I've played some people that are not competitive at all and had great games with them. So it's really that social contract at the table, and declaring your intentions is one of the most important things for like bridging the gap from style of players.
Sure. Yeah, that's something that by talking with Tumby and talking about competition and stuff this week, it made me realize that I am a competitive player, kind of like what you talked about, James, but yet I like to put my own restrictions on myself and compete against myself within inside of those restrictions, like going pure corn or only using demons or going pure blood angels.
Yeah.
You're trying to make Space Wolves work. Whatever, like going with a subpar book or trying alternate loadouts that aren't in the everyday tournament list that you see posted on 40K stats or whatever. And that's the way I enjoy competing. Even if it means that it's a close game or you lose by just a little, like I can take a lot of pride in that. Even a table that should get a list that should get tabled early and making it to the end, I'd be happy. And that's like the way that I can compete sometimes, right? Yeah. Or I just love being that wild card that messes up people that should win and making it so they don't win. That makes me happy.
Hell
If I lose, I could lose every game besides one and be the guy that took down the person that was supposed to get first and make him get fourth or fifth, and I'm stoked.
Oh yeah.
You know?
There's pride in being a good gatekeeper.
Yep. I like
Don't
to
be
a gatekeeper.
salty.
And so, like, what I want to say is, like, so if you come with an intention to play, with a certain play style intention, right? Then, like, I think you have to just acknowledge, like, okay, cool. So if someone cheeses me out or does something like real borderline or edgy or whatever, like, you just have to accept, like, well, yeah, like, I'm not playing that way, but I can't expect everybody else not to play that way.
Right.
And so, therefore, if they do that to me, that's the cost of me playing my style.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And, like,
Yes,
oh, well,
yes.
man, yeah, look, you got some guy in the middle of nowhere with some cheesy ass thing, like, and you won the game. Like, well, well done. Like,
Yeah.
Because, because that's the cost of your style, you know?
Totally.
Yeah.
I'm seeing red and blue lights, man. I don't like it. It looks like cop lights.
Damn.
It is.
Yeah, they just pulled us over. This is bullshit.
Nah.
No, we didn't get pulled over. It's okay.
Later. Well, guys, we hit the hour mark. You guys are driving. We got a game to finish. There's a big day tomorrow. You guys are going to go play Mike. He said it. You're going to play Mike at 8 a.m. You're going to go get drunk, and we'll see you at Battlegrounds about 11 or noon.
I will come through your back door. I will wake you up. We
Nope.
will all go to Mike's. We'll do Chewy's,
Nope.
and then we'll fucking go do our day and get ready for the
Look,
tournament.
I tell you what, you can't wake me up, but you're more than welcome to jump in bed. We'll have a cuddle. How's that?
Oh, that's what Kevin's here for. That was the whole reason why he came.
Nice. All right,
Hey,
cool.
Nurgle, man, I got to spread the love.
Wow. Oh, man. Well, great. Mike, thanks for the invitation there. Johnny Hot Sauce, can't wait to have you coming, man. I see Mr. Kennedy in there. I'm looking forward to having you. They got to take a piss stop. They got to avoid getting pulled over by the cops. Good to have
We're outta
Shadizo.
here.
Chicken
We're
Bones,
taking
thank
fun
you.
seriously. We're
That's
taking
right.
off works to go driving through the night. Keep taking fun seriously.
Yo, you gotta make a shirt on that. Taking fun seriously.
Yeah, it's like we need some shirts or something. Anyways,
Done.
y'all rule. Everybody keep taking care. You guys drive safe. We can't wait to see you tomorrow. And thank you, everybody.
Cheers,
see,
guys.
see you this week.